We are live. What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's your boy Noname back at again with another episode of the Young Guns podcast, episode 16. Yo, we've been running this for 16 episodes, bro.
Yeah.
Alongside me is my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, Kidblue. You guys know him. If you don't, he's in the description down below. Go sub him up. Kidblue, man, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing awesome, man. I'm doing awesome. How about you?
Football's almost here and all that
Yeah,
got me a little excited. You know how it is.
Yeah, moving the thing a little closer. All right, yeah. Yeah, man. Football is finally here. First week of football. It felt like we would never ever get it. We felt like the football season would have been shut down. It was pretty much very close of doing that. We had our preseason games done away with, and training camp basically shortened down. But it's actually here. There's going to be less fans in the stands, but more fans in the couches, and I'll be one of those fans. So,
I wish they kind of did the NBA virtual fans thing somehow. It would be kind of impossible because of how big the stadiums are to get some screens in there. But hey, man, listen, maybe put them up on where the scoreboards would be for the fans to see. Shout out to Jayden, Dawkins, Jersey Life, Mike Nixon, Kevin Crone, Edward Chan, David AV. How you guys doing, bro? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Before we get any further along, I just want to say anything that Kidblue says during the stream, just automatically take it as wrong, that he's wrong, because last stream, this man revealed to us that he does not like the red jersey Giants uniform. So we're just gonna move forward and acknowledge that he might not be in his right mind.
I am in my right mind. I think the chat mostly, and you had some followers, but the chat mostly agreed that the red jerseys suck. Okay.
Listen, what can I say? It was on the last episode was on your channel, so the chat was probably wrong, bro. That's all I could say. Maybe the chat was not out here, you know what I'm saying, in their right mind either. Shout out to Debo also tuning in. Debo, that's somebody I never saw before. Welcome in, man.
Welcome in.
So week one, bro. Listen, let's think about this for a second. You want to go week one first, or you want to go Giants first? Which one you want to go? Because while there hasn't necessarily been any Giants news, unless you want to address DeAndre Baker finally getting cut, which I mean, what else is there to say other than he was finally cut? We knew it was going to happen.
They said they were set to release him. Did it actually happen?
Yeah, it happened the next day. The report came out one day that they were set to release him, and then the next day he was actually released.
Well, I mean, this was a ongoing saga that we knew would happen inevitably. I think we gave our opinions on it, and I feel like everybody has our opinion on DeAndre Baker. It's unfortunate. We really wanted him to work out, but if he did what he did, it's time to let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. He actually cleared waivers today, and nobody picked him up. So not a surprise there either, because he's still on the commissioner's exempt list.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So other than that, in terms of Giants news, Joe Judge, did you see the situation where he cut Derek Dillon? Joe Judge is a great coach for us, by the way.
There was something about Derek Dillon. So let me know about that.
So basically, he cut him after like a certain time during the day, so that he would still get paid his I think it was like $8,200 for actually being on the team for the week.
Oh wow!
So that he could go and spend time with his family because he had a newborn kid, and then he's gonna resign him after he spent some time with the kid.
Wow! Wait, resign him to the practice squad? Okay, so he's gonna cut. He cut him just in time.
So he cut him just so that he could go spend some time. With his
kid. Listen, that needs to make headline. I'm probably gonna write that as an article.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, man, that needs to make headline news, man. Joe Judge has been impressing me. Yes, he's made some, I guess, kind of questionable decision just with the 53-man roster, and it's not all him. It's just a bunch of people together making those type of decisions. So I'm not gonna put that on him, but for the most part, Joe Judge has been blowing me away since he's been head coach.
I mean, the dude, who even does that? I've never heard that before. All right, bro, you're a practice squad guy, right? Not even a main squad guy. Some dude on the practice squad, he's like, oh, you need some time to go. You newborn kid, you know what? I got you, bro.
Right.
Here you go. You still get your pay. And we're gonna re-sign you. You have confidence in that. And then I'm gonna pull it up on Twitter right now. Also, they kind of protected, I think, 4 players on the practice squad. I didn't even know this was a thing where you could quote unquote protect them so no team could go up and claim them or something like that. Let me just find a tweet real quick. I don't know if you know anything about that either.
No.
So it was if I could find the retweet that is, by the way, guys, if you were in here, share the stream. get everybody else in here, Twitter, all those places.
Shout out to Jayden Dawkins, a kid in the hub grinding on YouTube. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Trying to find it real quick here. So, I mean, here's the official thing. This was Dan Duggan talking about what happened with Derek Dillon. Basically, he said, as others noted, Giants cut wide receiver Derek Dillon from the practice squad today so the new dad could spend time with his baby. Dillon is expected to re-sign next week. Nice touch. Giants waited until after 4 p.m. to make the move, so he'll collect his $8,400 check for the week. And then, damn, I can't find a tweet where they projected 4 players, but if I remember correctly, it was Chad Slade, Cooper Rush, Johnny Holton, and 2 other guys that the Giants kind of protected on their practice squad so that nobody else could go and scourge them up. I don't know if that means they have super confidence in these dudes or if that means what do you take from that? Because I didn't even know you could protect the players, so to speak.
Yeah, I had no clue, had any knowledge of that, honestly. So no knowledge.
No knowledge of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bobbitt in the chat as well, and King Justin. How y'all doing? Y'all think Dillon is coming back? Well, yeah, we just kind of read out loud that he is indeed coming back there, Dawkins.
Practice squad. You know, he may not see the regular season field, but, you know, practice squad.
Exactly. And Bradley in the chat, he says, Andrew Thomas is about to beat this lineup. I think Bradley's more of an Andrew Thomas fan than we are. Literally every single stream.
Listen, we love Andrew Thomas. And listen, that clip Bradley mentions alone, the clip of Josh Allen, will make anybody an Andrew Thomas fan. So
listen, man. I mean, hold up, Kidblue, can you just address the chat real quick? Let me I know I can find this tweet somewhere talking about the protected players. If you could just take care of the chat real quick.
Yeah, let me see. For sure. G-Man 409 in the building. What's up, man? G-Man 409, thank you for tuning into the stream. Edward Chan are the players. I don't know what he's saying there. How do I earn my wrench, bro? I don't know. We can't really do that from StreamYard. I don't know what Hub's type of qualifications are for that, but I'll have to defer to him to that. King Justin in the chat. Edward Chan, we have an entirely different roster from last year, so you can't really make a correct assessment yet on Steelers. On paper, though, is it always the case? Let's see. Jayden Dawkins, the Giants win the Super Bowl. Kidblue is not allowed to be a bandwagon fan. Whatever, Jayden. Whatever, man.
All right, I'm back. I heard that last one. Listen, bro. Giants win the Super Bowl next year, bro. You guys already know this. Super Bowl 56, don't even worry about it. Versus the Ravens. It's gonna be a rematch. We're gonna beat them. It's gonna be like 37-30 or something crazy like that. All right. Have no fear about it. Lorenzo Carr is gonna have like 4 sacks in that game. O'Shane Zimenez is going to have a sack. Leonard Williams is going to be gone. So, you know, no Leonard Williams. James Bradbury is going to have about 3 picks. That sounds about right. Right, Kidblue? That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. So I found the tweet, guys. It was by Dan Duggan. He says, Giants protected 4 practice squad players after all. From today's transaction wire, those players are quarterback Cooper Rush, wide receiver Johnny Holton, offensive lineman Chad Slade, cornerback Ryan Lewis. No team can poach those 4 players before Monday's game. I have no idea what this means, but it's something that they did.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So, guys, listen. Shout out to Nikki in the chat as well. By the way, Nikki, you are a channel member. There is already you have early access to another video that I uploaded yesterday. The next channel skit for Monday night Steelers game. Early access to members and whatnot. So, let's get right to it, man. How you feeling about week 1, bro? Not even just Giants, NFL.
NFL, I mean, it doesn't even matter what the matchups are, really. You know, I'm not really picky about it. You know, even though we're getting a really good Thursday night game, in my opinion, I think this is probably one of the best openers that we've had in a long time. Texans, Chiefs. I know a lot of people don't really like the Texans as a team, but I'm just eager to watch Deshaun Watson versus Patrick Mahomes. Other good matchups going on. But yeah, really psyched up for the Giants Monday night. You know, I don't really want to have them winning the game. I'm going to give them a
Wait,
good
hold up.
chance.
What do you mean you don't want them winning the game?
No, I don't really have them winning the game.
Okay, I was about to say.
That's right, man. I don't really have them winning the game per se. They're favored. I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers are favored by 5.5 points. So I don't really know if I want to take the points. Cause I'm like 5.5. I don't know. Maybe it's my team bias. I don't know. Because I really think as the days come closer, I really think the Giants can get closer. I don't know if that's the Kool-Aid that they've been making us drink. The Giants media has, and Lorenzo Carter's 4 sacks in scrimmage and things like that. Just the hope of us doing better. But I'm excited. This is a tough team to really test our talents on. I think it's a perfect team, really, to test our talents on in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Strong front seven, so that's a good test for the offensive line. They have a strong offensive line. It's going to be a good test for our front seven. Their secondary so-so. I feel like our passing attack should be strong, and it's also a good type of way for Saquon Barkley to shake off the rust. With that strong defensive line, they're very good in the interior as well. And I guess this will be a good time for Saquon to really force some chemistry between the offensive line and him.
I mean, well, the thing is, I don't want him forcing himself too much. I agree. It is going to be a pretty good test for basically everybody. It reminds me a lot of the 2018 opener against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, of course, coming into 2018 was a good team. Finishing the year, obviously not. They were coming off that AFC Championship berth. Very similar team that Pittsburgh is right now. Definitely a team that's going to be relying on their defense more so than offense. And I remember we were basically saying the same thing week 1, 2018 against Jacksonville. There's going to be a great way to test out the new offensive line. It's going to be a great way to see how the new passing weapons are, to see how the new defense works and whatnot against their offense. And if we could win, it's going to be a great start off to the year, simply because the momentum it would be winning off of that team. So I'm seeing a lot of connections or a lot of parallels to 2018 against Jacksonville.
Yeah. I hope so. And listen, if we beat Pittsburgh somehow, some way, the momentum that we're coming off of, how can we not beat Chicago? You telling me that we beat Pittsburgh with that strong roster on paper? We can't flop against Chicago. Are we going to flop against Mitch Trubisky? I mean, listen, I get the Bears defense.
I'll say this. We can beat Pittsburgh, and then we can have a situation like 2018 Carolina, where we shouldn't have beaten Carolina, but Christian McCaffrey ran the ball on a 5th down because they didn't convert it on 4th, so he ran it on a 5th down, and then they went off of some whack field goal. Yo, that could always happen, bro.
Yeah. It would be something like that for the Giants. It would be.
Exactly. Shout out to Sabrina in the chat as well. She says, want to say hi, Celtics Raptor in OT right now. Isn't Ligma a big Celtics fan? I'm surprised he's not in here right now. Gman409 says, new era of Giants football, fellas. No Eli, all new and young players starting on Monday Night Football. Can't get no better. Go Big Blue. This is the first time, I think, in over 5,000 days that there's a new quarterback opening up the season for the Giants.
And you know what? That's the reality of it, man. Eli's been with us since 2000. Well, he's been our starting quarterback day one since 2005.
I think it was 4, actually.
Well, 2004 he came in, but he wasn't the day one starter. It was Kurt Warner.
Okay, bet. Kurt, he started like halfway through that season or towards the end of that season?
Yeah, he started, I believe, like 5 or 6 games into that season.
The chat moved a little bit here. Jayden, chill, bro. Kidblue is definitely a Giants fan. You can chill with that, bro. Chillax with it. But what about NFL wide, though? All right, let's talk about Chiefs Texans, for example. It's going to be exciting to watch Watson Mahomes, but I think we both know the Chiefs are probably going to run away with that game, although the spread is something crazy. I think the spread is like 10 points or something, 7 or 10 points.
Yes. The spread, and by the way, guys, I apologize if it looks like I'm looking up to the heavens. I'm ordering my computer desk soon, and I'm going to be able to bring my monitor down, but right now it's hooked onto my TV that I'm using as a monitor, so I'm looking at Hub through my TV up here. But that 9-point spread, I think, is disrespectful to Deshaun Watson, not so much the Texans, because if you look at the Texans, they were beat up at wide receiver last year. They had a terrible defense last year. They still made the playoffs, and all those comeback stories with, and it was because of Deshaun Watson. And they hung in there tough in the playoffs against the Chiefs. Now, they did wind up getting blown out, but they were blowing them out in the beginning. You got to give them a fair shot. I think 9 points is too much.
I think you underestimate the power of how terrible Bill O'Brien is as a coach, bro. I think you underestimate that power, bro.
Well, yeah, that's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Bill O'Brien single-handedly cost the Texans the game last year. Yeah. They had it in the bag in just the first quarter, too. So I'm saying I think you might be underestimating his power. Mike Nixon says, I'm speaking it into existence. We're winning 20-17, and Darnay Holmes gets the game-ending / game-winning pick. What do you think about that?
Oh, I would love that. I would love that.
Bradley, who are you speaking
to? Wait, but 20-17, I want to score more.
I'm saying I think no matter what, whoever wins is going to be like a 21-24 game. Bradley, which team are you talking about here? They don't have a strong O-line now. Don't they have like 3 new O-linemen starting week 1? He could literally be talking about anybody. He could be talking about the Giants right now. He could be talking about any other team in the NFL that has like a new set of O-linemen. But are you talking about the Giants, Bradley?
I think wait, they don't have it. Oh wait, no, you may be talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers because I know they've shuffled it a little bit. I don't even think they have.
The Giants also have 3 new O-linemen starting.
Yes, Bradley. So if you're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, we got to be talking about ourselves first, buddy.
Yeah, and then if he's talking about the Texans, because we just referenced the Texans and Chiefs matchup, I don't know if they got 3 O-linemen starting, but the Texans O-line has always been trash.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's always been running for his life, but I mean, he's like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, when has he ever had a great offensive line? You know, so I really don't put that into play when I'm thinking about like the Seahawks or I'm thinking about the Houston Texans. When I'm thinking about matchups, I'm really not taking into account the offensive line because first off, Houston is already off to a better foot than most terrible offensive lines, and they have a decent left tackle. You know, they have Laramie Tunsil there. Who they traded for, and he's one of the best left tackles in the league right now.
Who else is on that line, though, other than Tunsil?
It's a couple of guys that I cannot name, but they are decent. I think they have 1 or 2 extra more guys other than Laramie Tunsil that are decent, but I'm not going to sit here and say they're strong. But their offensive line is a lot stronger than it should be, you know, than is doable for a dual quarterback like Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm. Now, listen, Deshaun Watson, I just want to say, is a lot more fun to look at than Patrick Mahomes. I think we all know Patrick Mahomes is that dude. But going back to what you said earlier, it might be disrespectful to spread. Deshaun Watson is really fun to watch, bro. All I got to say is last year, week 1, Texans Saints, bro. The thing that Watson pulled, that should have been the game winner last year, week 1. That's just the magic of him. I feel like people forget just how good Watson is. And they all know, like, we all know how good Mahomes is. But, yo, Watson is good as well, my guy.
Oh, yeah. Watson is one of my favorite quarterbacks. And this is why I say this. And people have come at me before for saying this, but I'm saying I like Deshaun Watson more. I like watching Deshaun Watson more is because he's more flashy, and you never know what to expect from Deshaun Watson. Patrick Mahomes, you know his greatness. He's the best quarterback in football, probably the best player in football right now. You know, he's Mr. Highlight. You know, he's the Kansas City Chiefs. He has so many good pieces around him. You know, he has so many good pieces around him that you could work with, like Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman and a bunch. You know, Sammy Watkins. I don't even think he's there anymore, but you know, he has so much other pieces. With Deshaun Watson, it's pretty much just Deshaun Watson. Like, it's the Deshaun Watson show. So that's why I love watching him. I can't wait to watch tomorrow night, man. Really
exactly. Nerding Out Sports says KB is distracted by the Nick Gaze highlight video he has been playing on loop. You been playing on loop your Nick Gaze highlight video, bro?
I does he have highlights? But I don't know.
Your Nick Gaze breakdown video, I guess, is what Nerding Out's talking about.
I guess so. But yeah, quick little update for you guys. The jersey did come in, but my mail carrier, because OGR put it under his name, and I have my mail carrier because I get a lot of mail that comes to my house that aren't of my names or address. So I tell her, whatever you see that is not, my name, just send it back. And so OGR put it under his name, and guess what, guys? It got sent back, but I'll get it back. I'm gonna get it back. It's probably gonna go back.
You probably should have just just hit them up, be like, yeah, remember, just exclude it for this one name, man.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So how did you even find out? Did you go to the post office and they were like, oh yeah, man, we sent it back? I bet. Tyler Haynes, shout out to you in the chat. He says, I honestly think the Giants can win this game. I expect our interior D-line to eat Big Ben up. Ben literally admitted he's nervous about. When did Ben admit this? And what's your source, bro? Ben admitted he's nervous about Monday night.
Oh, God.
That's all I need to hear, bro. Ben is old, bro. This man is injury prone and old. and he's not going to be throwing for 5,000 yards again like the last time he was fully healthy. So, I mean, listen, bro, who's nervous for Monday night?
Yeah, listen, I've heard a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans, go off about how Big Ben looks greater than ever. I mean, didn't we hear the same thing with Big Ben, first of all, because every year he's like, questioning retirement, and every year it's like, is he going to retire? Now he has to come out and publicly say, I'm not retiring, and didn't we hear the same thing about Eli all of these years? Oh, Eli looks better than ever. His arm looks like it's the media throwing you the Kool-Aid, making you drink the Kool-Aid. It's their job. It's how they get paid. Okay. Don't think Big Ben is all that this year. I don't think he's all that. I think he's less than top 10 this year, probably less than top 15. He's not going to be great next year. And he probably is not going to have a great week 1. So just saying.
Hold up. Why do you think he's not going to have a great week 1? Expand on that.
Well, everybody's going to be a little rusty. Everybody's going to have some, I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of players that are going to be able to win matchups in these situations. The leveling field, the playing field has been leveled just a little bit due to the pandemic and due to how crazy this NFL season is. You're going to see a lot of guys make plays that wouldn't make plays in any other season. So I expect some guys that could pop out of nowhere, whether that be, Lorenzo Carter popping out of nowhere and being able to win matchups, or, Darnay Holmes as a rookie being able to shut down Juju Smith. That's the matchup I'm looking for right now. Juju Smith versus Darnay. Juju is a slot receiver. He primarily plays from the slot, and Darnay Holmes is going to see a lot of Juju come Monday night.
I'm telling you, bro, I don't care who's lined up against Darnay. He's getting defensive rookie of the year, bro. He's going to be the best defensive rookie in the NFL.
Yeah. When you said that, I was so perplexed because you said that defensive rookie of the year. I'm like, oh yeah, for the Giants, he may as well can be. You're like, no.
Not for the league, bro.
I don't know. I just can't see it. Yes, corners have won it before. Marshawn Lattimore back in 2017 or 2019?
2017. It was 2017.
Right. Marshawn Lattimore won it, and another corner won it a couple years ago. But I don't know. I just don't see Darnay Holmes' name coming out there. But hey, it's very, very possible. He's been, honestly, this is not even biased. This is not even me drinking the Kool-Aid. He's been our best corner in camp so far.
Yeah, he's been better. And this is based off what we was hearing. And the reason I can say that is because we straight up haven't just heard anything about Bradbury. It's just been completely quiet on the Bradbury side of things. So I'm sure if we heard something good about him, he'd be the best corner there. But all we've been hearing about is good things about Darnay Holmes, how he's improving every single practice and whatnot.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to say shout out to BBN in the chat. Yeah. He says Big Ben is shaking in his boots. Well, he better be, bro. He's shaking in his boots because he heard about Lorenzo Carter getting 4 sacks in a scrimmage where there wasn't live tackling.
Right. Yeah. Listen, man. Listen, I'm hoping, I was the first one to say Lorenzo Carter, is, it looks better, a lot better than it is. But if it has anything to do with it, then I'm all for it. But yeah.
King Justin says Kidblue looking good though.
I appreciate that, King Justin. I appreciate that, man. I stay looking pretty. Stay pretty. Stay pretty.
I bet. So, what was I going to say? I saw somebody's comment. Oh, yeah, Jayden Dawkins. He says the Giants linebacking core needs to be somehow great this Monday. Now, this is where I'm going to disagree. They don't need to be great. They just need to be good enough in tackling. And I think they're going to be more than good enough in tackling because this is going to be a running game. And not just for the Giants. All throughout week 1, except for maybe Chiefs versus Texans, I'm expecting every single game to be a run-first game because of how rusty everybody's going to be. When you're rusty, you don't trust the pass. And usually when you don't trust the pass or, you expect there to be some type of problems in the passing game, you're going to run the football a lot more. It's a lot easier to run the football, especially when you can, like with the Giants and the Steelers. So I expect NFL-wide to be running the football type of game, which is why I'm like, the linebacker core doesn't have to be great, because our defensive line should be more than great to help with the run. And the linebacking core should honestly just be good enough. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I think listen, this game is going to be very, very hard-nosed football. And even though we have some decent receivers on both sides, I agree with you. We're going to be running the rock a lot. And Pittsburgh's going to be running the rock a lot. As far as who's starting at their running back position right now?
Is it not James Conner?
Is it James Conner now?
I can just look it up right now.
Because it seems like they drafted a running back last year, if I'm not mistaken. They stay having a decent running back room because I feel like they're trying to run a committee here. I don't know if all the carries.
Yeah, it's still James Conner. He's backed up by Benny Snell.
Benny Snell, and then didn't they draft the one this year as well or no?
This is the Steelers depth chart right now on their website. Then it's Anthony McFarland after Benny Snell, and then Jalen Samuels after Anthony McFarland.
So they drafted 2 running backs. No, they drafted 3 running backs in 3 years. Okay, James Conner, Benny Snell, and then Anthony McFarland. So something tells me running back by committee, and that tells me they're not confident in James Conner. So I'm hoping that we shut down all 3 of those guys. It's going to be a little complicated because obviously different running styles and having to deal with other, different types of personnel. But, that tells me they're not really confident in James Conner.
And speaking of which, since I'm on their depth chart, you let me know if there's anybody new here on this offensive line since Bradley made that comment earlier. Left tackle, they got Villanueva, who's obviously not new. Guard, they have Matt Feller. I don't know who that is. Center, they have Pouncey, not new. Right guard, they have DeCastro, not new. And right tackle, they have Zach Banner. So is there anybody?
Never heard of most of those guys.
Which two? Which two?
Zach Banner, I've never heard of him.
That's it. Everybody else, Matt Feller and all that, you know of.
Wait, so name them off again. So Zach Banner, never heard of him.
Matt Feller, left guard.
Banner and Feller, never heard of him.
And then some dude named Chukwuma Okafor, who's listed not as the second right tackle, but right under, as the first right tackle alongside Zach Banner. I don't know what that means.
So who's the left tackle? Villanueva still?
Yeah.
Okay. And Villanueva's not that great either. So they don't have the talent. They don't have.
Would you say the Steelers' offensive line is overrated?
It's garbage. Do they still have Ramon Foster?
No, he's not there. He wasn't on that depth
chart.
Their
offensive line's garbage. That offensive line is garbage.
And according to Tyler Haynes, DeCastro isn't playing.
David DeCastro is not playing. We won. Not just playing. But we win the trenches. We might just win the trenches.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, we might not win the game, but this is a big step for the trenches, yo. We have the advantage.
The edge rushers, I'm still waiting to see. I don't know. The edge rushers, I'm still waiting to see what's going to be of them. Yeah,
but I think on the inside, we about to destroy them.
We're gonna eat. We're gonna eat on the inside.
Oh Jesus, bro! Do you know how much more faith this gives me?
Do we arguably have a better offensive line than the Steelers?
Yes, I would say arguably yes.
They lost to Castro, Foster, Villanueva's not great. Dang.
The only thing they got on us for sure is center with Pouncey. Because we don't know how Nick Gates is going to be. That's the only thing for sure that they got on us.
Man, Pouncey's
that's the only thing for sure they got on us, though. We don't know how good Andrew Thomas is going to be week 1 compared to Villanueva. Of course, I want him to be better. You know what? Will Hernandez is better than Matt Feller because I never heard of Matt Feller. So we got Will Hernandez over Matt Feller. All right.
Here, Feller.
Who in the world was there? DeCastro was the right guard. I think Kevin Zeitler is better than DeCastro. So we got the 2 guards over them, I think. And Cam Fleming versus Zach Banner, I have no idea. That's a toss-up as well. So, yeah, arguably, we probably have a better offensive line than them.
I'll tell you, Dalvin Tomlinson. If it's Dalvin Tomlinson versus Pouncey, I'm taking my chances with
who do you think is going to be lining up on the middle?
For us?
Yeah.
Dalvin. He's our nose.
You don't think he's going to be switched around? Because, listen. We watched each other's reactions to the 53-man roster. I said I expect Marcus Golden, for example, to be shifted around, even though he wasn't listed as a starter. I still think he's going to get a lot of snaps. I still think the same thing for the defensive line. They might be shifting around a little bit.
They're going to be moving around. I mean, that's what happens in a 3-4 defense. More so than a 4-3. The 3-4 is pretty much interchangeable. You can have. You have your three core interior linemen, right? You got your 0 tech and the 2-3 techs, and then you can move that just over just a little bit and have Leonard Williams play that 5 technique like a regular defensive end and bring Lorenzo Carter to play that other defensive end. I mean, that's how fluid a 3-4 defense is. So we're gonna see a lot of that, but primarily who's gonna be lining up in the middle, I do believe it's gonna be Dalvin Tomlinson. We may see some Dexter Lawrence sometimes, but Dalvin just completely eats in
wait a minute. So who's gonna be lining up against the left guard, bro? Is it gonna be Leonard or Dexter?
Left guard. It's probably gonna be Leonard. Cause I seen most of the season I see Dexter lining up on the right guard.
Bro. If he doesn't get a sack against a dude named Matt Feller, he needs to be cut.
$16 million, guys.
If Leonard Williams does not get a sack against a dude named Matt Feller, who I've never heard of before, starting left guard for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you need to cut this man, bro.
Listen, $16 million.
What do you think about Dexter Lawrence against the Castro?
Dexter Lawrence against the Castro. I honestly, I'm gonna take my chances on that too.
You might take Lawrence over him.
Yeah, I might take my chances. Look, Dexter Lawrence has been impressing all year long. I mean,
all 2 years long.
Yeah, well, all year. Dexter Lawrence only been in the league 1 year. He's a rookie.
Well, I'm including the second year as 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Well, the second year training camp and whatnot.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, but yeah, and listen, Dexter Lawrence has been going up against Kevin Zeitler all freaking training camp and all practice all year last year, in practice. So and two good guards. No matter where he's lined up, Will Hernandez or Kevin Zeitler. I feel like he's getting good reps in with those two guys.
Exactly. So Tyler Haynes giving us a little background information on Feller. He says he was a backup tackle last year, so he's basically their version of Nick Gates. He's basically their version of Nick Gates.
Well,
so maybe he could be good, bro.
But has he impressed like Nick? Because Nick Gates has been making like actual NFL headlines or actual NFL news. I never even heard of this.
Who's lining up against Nick Gates? Who's the nose tackle for the Steelers?
It's not Javon Hargrave anymore. Who is it?
Let me pull it up because I literally just exited the Steelers depth chart. Yeah, so listed as their nose tackle, Tyson Alualu. I don't know who that is.
Don't know who that is, man.
You thinking Nick Gates?
I'm not going to sit here and say just because I don't know who it is, meaning it means that I don't think they're going to do well, because obviously they could say the same thing about us as a bunch of guys they probably don't know of. But listen, I think Nick Gates has been playing just fine, and I think he's deserved a spot at starter. We don't know about this Aluwalu guy. Maybe they put him in there because that's their best option. I don't know.
Yeah, and then of course, if we're going to talk about our offensive line versus their defense now, it's gonna be a struggle, man. Cam Hayward against either I'm not sure if he's gonna line up against Zeitler or Hernandez. Either way, that's gonna be a struggle. And then you got TJ Watt, who's gonna be on either TJ Watt is gonna be on, I think he's gonna be on Cam Fleming, right? And then Bud Dupree is gonna be on Andrew Thomas. I think that's how it works, right? TJ Watt is gonna line up against Cam Fleming, Bud Dupree against Thomas.
They'll probably do that. But I don't know, because I feel like they might just put up TJ Watt against Andrew Thomas a couple of times just to see, because just to flip around, because they don't have any film on these guys. They don't have any film on Andrew Thomas, so they're gonna try to experiment, see what makes him tick. And so they'll throw everything at him. They might even throw double teams at him. They might try to get a rookie fluster.
They might throw the kitchen sink at him.
Exactly, and especially that, I mean, he's the 4th overall pick. They're gonna want to say, "Hey, welcome to the NFL." So, they're gonna try to exploit him. But yeah.
Wait, Dollar Beer, I didn't mean to click a comment, but since I clicked it, we'll get to it in a second. I meant to click Jayden Dawkins. He said Marcus Golden gonna get 4 sacks. Just watch. Listen, I want him to get the amount of snaps. I want him to get good enough snaps so that he has the potential or the chances to have 4 sacks. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be out there on the field a lot. Do you want him to be out there on the field a lot? Or, you know what I'm saying, are you very comfortable with him being the actual backup? That means he's getting backup snaps. He's not going to be out there that much.
Well, it's very hard for me to say. Because I feel like Marcus Golden's our best pass rusher. I mean,
he is.
it is. It's sad to say. I mean, it's not that sad because he's actually pretty decent. He's a little underrated, but it is sad to say that he's our best passer, and that's pretty much who we're putting our faith in right now. But I do want to see, I want to throw Lorenzo Carter into the fire. I want him to just develop. Just go out there. You have all the snaps. Nobody's taking your spot right now. Go out there and go prove it. Because this is, his contract year is going to be coming up soon, man. He's got 2 more years left. He's got this year, next year. He's got to show something, and he's going to be competing with O'Shane Zimenez for that number 1 edge rusher spot. Even though these are 2 guys we drafted in the 3rd round,
I'm gonna keep it real with you. The way some people feel about Darius Slay and saying I need to see more from Slay before I can say he's a number 1 is the way I feel about O'Shane. I don't think he's a number 1 pass rusher. I need to see not a little bit more, but a lot more. I do think, however, that Lorenzo is legitimately competing for that number 1 pass rusher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, he's competing. And they want him to be the number one pass rusher. Like they do. I feel like when we drafted him, they felt like that. But he just hasn't shown it.
Listen, I got faith in him this year a little bit, not because of the crazy 4-stack scrimmage, but because of the fact that multiple reports are saying that he legitimately upped his power and he actually has power rushing moves now, rather than just completely relying on speed and finesse. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the reports saying that he pushed Andrew Thomas down on his butt, but there's also been reports saying the dude just looks bigger than he was last year, and you could see in camp that he's not overpowering just Thomas, but basically every offensive lineman that was in front of him.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So let's get to Dollar Beer's question. He said, give me a team that will miss the playoffs that made it last year. So a team that made the playoffs last year that's going to miss it this year. Did the Eagles make the playoffs last year?
Yeah, they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, they're going to miss the playoffs, Dollar Beer. There you go.
Yeah, I'd probably say that's the safest team.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it's probably the safest. Some people would pick Titans, actually.
I like the Titans this year. I love the Titans. I don't like Tannehill too much, but I do love the Titans, and I feel like Tannehill is probably the only thing I think keeping that team from really becoming a team. You know what I mean? I feel like
I'm telling you, bro. Josh Rosen to the Titans, bro, and then listen. I'm not saying I'm a Josh Rosen believer. I'm not. But it would be the best situation he's in, and I mean, how hard can it be to beat out Ryan Tannehill?
No, but he's with the Bucs right now. I mean, he got signed to the Bucs.
He signed with the Bucs, but man's not going to see the field at all. There's no chance he's being out Brady.
Remember, they wanted him to be drafted by New England so he could learn under Tom Brady. Well, now he is just on another team.
We'll see how much he learns, man.
The Patriots had so much interest in Rosen that year in the draft, in the 2018 draft. And I mean, they weren't able to pick him up, but there were reports that they were ready to take Rosen if he fell.
Oh, Packers. Mikey C says Packers. I don't like the Packers at all this year. Packers are another team that could miss the playoffs. It might be slightly missing it, but I got no faith in them.
Packers never do anything in free agency. I think their biggest free agent was Mercedes Lewis, the tight end.
And then they had probably the worst draft in the league, yo.
Yeah, and Jimmy Graham left, so they replaced him with Mercedes Lewis. And yes, probably the worst draft I've ever seen.
You've ever seen? I didn't know about ever seen, but yeah, that was definitely the worst draft of 2020 by far.
Yes. Did they hold on? Their first round pick was like, as far as production for this year, it's the worst draft they've ever seen. Like, I still like the Julian Love pick. I think it's a good Jordan Love. Yeah, sorry. I always say Julian Love, but I really.
Oh, by the way, have you seen the reports out of Packers camp? Jordan Love looks terrible.
Yeah, he looks like crap, but. Yeah. We should expect that. Remember, he was a raw rookie coming out. He was nowhere ready. And everybody admitted that. And I know everybody says that every year, like, oh, this rookie is not ready to start. But they said that with Patrick Mahomes, for crying out loud, that he wasn't ready to start.
But Patrick Mahomes looked good in his training camp, though.
Yeah, right. But, I mean, Julian Love, that was the risk. That's why Packers fans were mad. They didn't want to develop a quarterback like that. But I think people should have expected that. He's not fantastic. He has all the tools. He just has to put it together. And yes, he's going to look bad in training camp. He's probably going to look bad in training camp for 2 years. He has to sit under a quarterback for multiple years. That's why I said when the Packers drafted him, that's why I feel like it's a great
Packers
thing.
Fans are getting hyped about the running back they just took, even though they have a legitimate running back in Aaron Jones. So I never got that. I'm like, listen, Aaron Jones it's not like, I'm not going to say he's a top 5 back, but Aaron Jones is basically like a top 10 back in terms of production. I don't know why you're so excited for this rookie guy.
I am extremely perplexed. Well, one thing is that Aaron Jones has like injury scares. He's not injury prone, but injury scares. He's always coming out the game for an injury. And then Jamal Williams, God knows he can't stay healthy. So they have a decent running back room. It's just the injuries and availability is the issue. But I really don't understand why everybody's a huge A.J. Dillon guy. I don't
get it either.
I don't know why.
It literally makes no sense. This guy has not. I'm not saying he's a terrible player, but this man is getting hype as though he's about to be the starter.
And I don't understand how you can go into a season praising a three-headed monster running back room and having nothing at wide receiver. Like
yes, somebody else just said it too. They're like, yeah, they didn't take a single wide receiver.
Devontae Adams is a top 5 wide receiver. I get it, fine, but Alan Lazard, give me a break. Marcus Valdez Scantling.
I just call him MVS.
MVS give me a break with that one, okay? And I believe they just cut Jake Kumaro too. He was a joke as well. They have nobody. They're literally getting guys from the street on that team. I don't know if they still have Equanimous St. Brown. That's one of the coolest names I've ever heard.
Yo, I love that name, bro. It's just so fun to say.
Equanimous St. Brown out of Notre Dame. I don't know if they cut him, but I mean, he was never a guy. He was never what he was supposed to be into the NFL. I mean, he got drafted late. I thought he would be like a first round, second round pick. He got drafted in like the 5th round or something like that, a late round pick. But they had nothing at wide receiver. I don't know how you can go into a season if you're a Packers fan cheering for a 3-headed depth at running back.
I got a question for you, bro. Who's even coming out of the NFC North, bro? I have no idea. That division to me is a toss-up.
Oh, Minnesota.
You got confidence in Minnesota. I got no confidence in Minnesota.
I do have confidence
in Minnesota. I have confidence in their defense. I still don't have confidence in their offense.
Listen, I'm a Boise State guy, so I know when Dalvin Cook goes down, Alexander Madison, who had like 400-something yards on limited play last year, rushing, he's like another Dalvin Cook, just bigger. That's pretty much what he is. So I have no doubt in their running ability. Their offensive line is still a huge question mark. They got that guy was it Bradbury or something like that a couple years ago. They're drafting offensive linemen. They're trying to get that offensive line there. They replaced Stephon Diggs with Justin Jefferson. Like they're trying. They're trending in the right direction. And in my opinion, I think they look like the best team in the NFC North because you said it. You don't like the Packers this year.
I don't like the Packers at all, no.
Yeah, but who else are you gonna like? Detroit every year is one dark horse I have. Like
Detroit is always hit or miss for me, bro.
Yeah, Detroit is always the team because of Matt Stafford, Kenny Galladay. There's a lot of pieces on that team that they could work with. They just never do anything with it. Like I think Matt Stafford is gonna go down as one of the
best quarterbacks to never do anything.
Talent. Talent. If Matt Stafford was a Patriot, he would have won rings on top of rings with Matt.
Bro, it's literally just the curse of Detroit. If he was on any other team, he would have probably won rings.
Yeah. I think any other team, Matt Stafford. I've said it multiple times. Matt Stafford before the Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watsons of the world, he was one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch too. Huge arm, very accurate. I love
him, bro. Matt Stafford,
a comeback king.
Yes, from like 2013 to like 2016, 2017, he was one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch.
In 2016, he had like 9 comeback wins. In 2016, he broke a record. And
I think it was like 9 fourth quarter comebacks or like 9 game-winning drives or something like that.
His days with Megatron, they had a chemistry that was insane. I mean, I was watching this sound effects one time years ago. I'm talking years ago. I don't know, like 2014 or something, like 2013. And there was this one game where they were in the 4th quarter trying to win a game. And Stafford goes into the huddle and yells at Megatron and says, "Listen, just run. I'm going to throw it to you." Like there's no plan. There's no route. There's no play. I'm just going to throw it to you. Backyard football. And you know what? They won with Matt throwing the ball to Megatron. It's insane. Well, the amount of talent that Matt Stafford had. And yes, granted, he had Megatron, one of the best receivers ever lived. But look what he turned Kenny Galladay into. Kenny Galladay is great, but I mean, look what he made.
Half of that is Matt Stafford. Basically turning him into that.
Those deep balls that Matt Stafford is throwing. I mean, they're accurate. They're on the money. They're helping Kenny Galladay, Kelly Galladay, get separation. Putting it in the right spot. Matt Stafford's no joke, man. And a lot of people like to clown Matt Stafford. I don't see why. I mean, I guess so because he chokes every once in a while. He's been known for that. Well, what do you expect? The guy comes back so many times. There's only so many times, you could come back before you start losing because you don't have the pieces around you. That's why they had to make Martha Ford or what's her name? Yeah, Martha Ford. They had to make her downgrade and put her daughter in charge of the team because the Detroit Lions are terribly run. They're a terribly run organization. And
Matt Stafford's about to be the 3rd player in their history to step away because his talent wasted, man.
Right.
I won't be surprised if next season or at the end of this season he's just I'm stepping away.
Who's the other?
Barry Sanders.
Oh, Barry Sanders. Well, Barry Sanders. I mean, yeah, he retired too. Yeah, but
he retired. He had years left in his career, man.
Right. Just
before we continue on a NFC North rant real quick. Golden Tate banged up, brought up by Edward. Now, this is something that I saw on Twitter. I don't know if you know more about it. I've saw the past couple of days that Tate is banged up something with his hamstring or something. What do you think about this? Are you concerned?
As far as Golden Tate goes, he's day to day. People are saying that he's day-to-day, and he was listed as day-to-day, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not. But, hey, if this gets the Giants to get a 6th receiver on the team, then freaking do it. You know,
who do you think they're going to promote from the practice squad?
The first person I'm thinking is Victor. That's the first person I'm thinking about. Dylan, I don't see too much.
Not Bachman. Bachman's been impressing.
Bachman's in there too. Yeah.
That's kind of been the pattern.
I honestly forgot about Bachman. So I'd say Bachman. Bachman.
Isn't he kind of a slot receiver though?
But I don't think the Giants care. I don't think the Giants care about versatility. And we just got Ratley.
That's contradicting what we were all thinking like just a couple months ago, that we do care about versatility.
I care now. I mean, I still care. I still want, but I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to promote Benjamin Victor just because he is tall and he has improved that he's able to be on the field. But if somebody's proving that they should be on the field like Bachman has, then I'm throwing him on the field over Victor. I'm not going to sit here and say, the guy's 6'4". I'm just going to throw him in there and see what happens, because he hasn't impressed really. I mean, he had one highlight against Darnay Holmes where he was able to beat him, in a streak route. But that was pretty much it. I haven't seen anything of Victor after that. I was really hoping that we would get to see him play, and Mac and Dylan, see what they can do against our defensive backs in the scrimmages. But they literally were non-existent. Literally, So,
and what do you think about Shepard? Even though he's banged up, he's still listed as our starting punt returner.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He's our starting punt returner.
No, it's Jabril.
Let me double check, bro.
No, Sterling's at the end of the depth chart.
Hold up. I didn't say Sterling. I said Tate.
Oh, Tate. Oh, Tate.
Hold up. Let me double check. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Tate is our starting punt returner.
I thought you said Sterling, but I thought it was Jabril.
Hold up. I'm pulling it up. I could be mixing it up, bro. Let's see.
Because I thought it was Jabril, then Golden.
No, it is Golden Tate. Golden Tate is the starting punt returner.
Golden Tate's our starting punt returner.
What do you think about that? Jabril is the backup.
Well, I think they'll probably just throw Jabril in. I think they'll probably throw Jabril in.
Why do you think they even had Golden Tate instead of Jabril as the starting one?
Well, Golden Tate's a really good punt returner, and Jabril is great as well. Yeah, I don't know. They probably should have thrown Jabril in.
I mean, he is a special teams captain. Speaking of which, your opinion on the captains?
Yeah. Oh, the opinion on the captains. It's all something that we kind of saw coming, right? Nate, we kind of threw Nate Ebner's name. He got it right. It was as for special
Nate
teams.
Ebner and Jabril are special teams, yeah.
And then Dalvin, like we assumed Dalvin, right?
Yeah, Dalvin and Blake Martinez.
Yeah, we talked about this in a roundtable forum. We pretty much got them like all right,
except for Jabril being on special teams. What do you think about that?
Right. Well, I think because they had Dalvin and Blake there, that you're like, oh well, who plays special teams? Oh, Jabril, you do. All right, we'll throw you. We'll put you in there to try to fit everybody into the.
Because you would expect it would have been Graham Gano on special teams.
Well, has he came out as a leader? I mean, he just got signed. I mean,
You could argue that about Dalvin Thompson, though, because on that roundtable episode, we were saying, well, is Dalvin really a leader? He's very quiet. He doesn't really speak up that much. Versus, we all know Jabril is. Like, when you think about a vocal leader on the Giants, my mind automatically goes to Jabril. He's just always out there with loud energy. Yeah.
He's loud. Yeah.
Jayden says, if you love the hub, you love the hub live. Why are you laughing, KB? Why are you laughing for? You want to share with us the joke?
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
Why'd you highlight that? Why'd you highlight it?
Because Caden's the bro, man. Caden's the bro.
Did you understand
what reference are you talking about? I am asking you. Caden's the bro. He's always in here, and he's always supporting Rice and John. He said Rice and John should have made it. You know what I'm saying? In fact, this was the comment I meant to click on, but I misclicked, and then that one came up.
I'm not gonna lie. What was I completely lost my train of thought. I'm not gonna lie, that should be your slogan.
I've considered putting that on one of my merches. I considered putting it. Yeah. Speaking of which, guys,
a nice looking, good looking picture of like Saquon or something like that.
the picture of Saquon, just absolutely Mario Saquon, jumping that dude.
Yeah, no, Saquon, Sports Illustrated. Did you see that Saquon Sports Illustrated?
Hold up. I can imagine. I did not see it. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up right now, bro.
The only piece of clothing he's wearing is a football.
You're lying to me. Hold up. Address the chat in the meanwhile. Let's see
Trevor's
this.
playing Gunner also.
Oh my God, what is this? What is this?
Oh man,
he really did this.
That was like his rookie year. That was like after he won rookie.
How didn't this make headlines?
It did. Where were you?
I don't know where I was at. I'm glad I didn't see that.
Dude, it made headlines, it made memes, it made everything.
What? This man was really out here doing this, huh?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Why? Okay. I just saw something I didn't need to see, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for that, you terrible person. I was going to say, speaking of which, since I
appreciate it. Yvette say, oh no, you're wrong for KB, you're wrong for that.
Hold up, where did he say that? Oh yeah, Yvette's, yeah, you're wrong for that. Oh, look who's Yvette's profile picture, man. You want to talk about this man right here?
Oh god, yo, the memes that I've been seeing.
Jesus Christ, Twitter has killed this man, bro.
Dude, I've never seen a meme blow up so quickly in my life, and I've never seen such good quality memes. Like usually, you would see quality over quantity, not quantity over quality, and like. All the memes, like there's thousands of Odell memes out there right now, and they're all just beautiful.
They're all so good, bro.
Dude, I can't. The internet.
What got me is how fast they got it too, bro. I went on Twitter yesterday, like at 10 o'clock. I was like, why is he trending? I clicked on it, and before I got the story, I just got a whole bunch of memes.
I let me check Twitter right now because I want to see, has he ever addressed this?
No, he hasn't. I checked Twitter before the stream started. He hasn't. And on his latest post, which is from August 16th, so like almost a month ago, it's just pure memes in the comments.
Oh, but he didn't shut down the comments?
Nah.
What an idiot.
Yeah. Listen, bro. Odell in Cleveland makes sense. The Cleveland Steamer.
The Cleveland Browns, dude.
And the Cleveland Browns, bro. Cleveland Steamer and the Browns.
And
it all makes sense.
You ever notice that Cleveland is always the one participating in the toilet bowls?
Yes.
You know,
I've noticed, man. This is why he loves to get blown out, bro.
He loves to get blown out.
He loves to get just.
Oh god.
Oh my god, man.
I can't. Wait, but hold on.
He hasn't addressed it, yo.
But let me get something clear though. We're basing all of this, and the internet is awesome, but very overreactive as well. We're basing this off of a source that is not even confirmed. Somebody just literally put it in a Twitter post and said, "I'm running with it." Like
no, it was from I forgot who it is, but it's the same girl that was involved with the Phoenix Suns. I don't know if you know about that story.
Yes, I know about the Phoenix. Let me tell you right now,
it's the same one.
The same girl.
Yeah.
And the Phoenix Suns never came out about it either.
And the Phoenix Suns ain't saying anything about that.
Like. That's crazy, man.
Yes, sir. Let me look up Odell right now on IG.
I wonder which Suns were participating in this.
Well, it wasn't Devin Booker.
It wasn't Devin Booker?
Because if she dropping Odell, if she name dropping Odell was preventing her from name dropping Devin Booker.
Right. So wait, she did it to him?
What? Yeah, that's what she said.
I thought she just said he liked that, but she did it?
She said he flew her out on a plane specifically for that.
What did he say? Make sure you have tacos?
I don't know. Listen, the reason I'm still on the fence about it is because this could be for clout. Because after she said after she said the not the Devin Booker, the Phoenix Suns thing, her IG following went from 5K to 100K in 2 days.
Yeah.
So this could all be for clout.
Honestly, she's not attractive. Like she's one of those like Barbie dolls, and I'm not for that, man. Not
so Odell did kind of address it in his latest IG post, kind of. He posted a picture of himself, and the caption is, "You can't knock me on the pivot, no matter what, poop emoji is thrown my way." With that's about it.
Literally.
That's it. Yeah.
Literally. So he's not denying. I think he's embracing it.
Oh, I think.
Dude, he's embracing. He said, "No matter what is thrown my way," All
I'm gonna do is show this. Cap. Mike says, "Someone please tell me what's going on, Mike." I don't know if you've been living under a rock, bro. All you gotta do is just look up Odell Beckham right now on Google. Just do that.
Mike Nixon's too pure. He's too pure-hearted. We can't introduce.
Oh my God, he said, "What's going on with my boy?"
Oh God! Dude, do not say my boy again, Mike. You have
never say that again.
You have to denounce your affiliation with it. The Giants need to come out right now and say,
"I said." She openly admitted about it.
Oh God, what? She openly okay, but she is gonna do anything to get clout. But
yeah, I mean, let's get back on it. The only reason we got on that is because Yvette's profile pic is this man, and then it immediately reminded me of him.
yeah.
Shout out to TSVI in the chat. He says Steelers are too much for us at this point, but we bounce back, beat the Bears week 2. What do you think?
Steelers are too much for that's probably more realistic. TSVI, that's definitely more realistic. But I still want to believe that we do win. I'm having my week 1 picks come out soon. Spoiler alert, I don't think I'm not having us win. But you know,
for NFL or for the Giants?
Huh?
You said you're having your week 1 picks come out soon for the NFL or for the Giants?
The NFL. My preview is going to come out sometime later this week. It's
By the way, guys, check out mine. I don't know what YouTube been doing. YouTube has been sliming me.
Yes.
Okay. They've been sliming me.
Guys, check out Hub's week 1 picks, man. Give him that watch time too.
Facts, bro. My my preview video is probably gonna come out on Friday or something. I'm probably gonna record it tomorrow and edit it for Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah. Opposing trenches is what Bradley is asking for. I think we named it earlier just to rename it. We all know the Giants O-line, so there's no use in naming that. But in terms of who's going up against them, it's going to be Cam Hayward, Tyson Aluwalu, Stephon Tuitt, TJ Watt, and Bud Dupree. That's who's going to be going up against them.
Yeah, that's a tough task. It is a tough task with Bud Dupree there and TJ Watt. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's fair. I think it's fair enough. It's just the inexperience of the tackle spots are really getting to me. Like I don't like.
You're really getting worried.
I am actually getting worried. Listen, TJ Watt against
is no joke.
No joke. So TJ Watt against Andrew Thomas or Cameron Fleming.
You're gonna murder Cameron, whoever, or because Bud Dupree is opposite. Cam Fleming is gonna get murdered on Monday. I just hope everybody acknowledges that and doesn't get too angry at the guy because he's gonna be doing his best.
Matt Parrott appearance coming very soon.
Listen, I don't want everybody to come out here with the pitchforks ready to absolutely stab this guy to death because it's not like he's Nate Solder. You know, that's gonna be how he's performing. So don't kill Cam Fleming because he's gonna get killed on the field. Right. I don't know about I really don't know what to expect from Andrew Thomas though.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough test for Andrew Thomas, and this is one of the games where I'm gonna be telling everybody, and all the Giants fans, dude, take this game with a grain of salt when it comes to Andrew Thomas. Okay, this is his first game in the NFL, and he's most likely gonna be double teamed, stunted. With Bud Dupree,
they're definitely gonna stunt him just because of Giants O linemen the past 3-4 years have always fell to the stunt. They can't adjust to it for some reason. Hopefully that changes this year.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, and it's hard to. That's just a problem with inexperience.
And look at this, bro. Shout out to Yvette's again, bringing up just kind of bolting in your point. TJ Watt was a defensive player of the year candidate last year.
Well, thank you, Yvette. Thank you very much for mentioning that. But yeah, I said it. I said it in my video for the Giants going over the schedule. Listen, these first 8 weeks, arguably the whole season, but the first 8 weeks primarily are just really, really difficult for the Giants. I mean, for the offensive line. I mean, the front sevens for those teams are insane. Even if you look at it in our division, the front seven in our division is pretty good. I know the Eagles suck, but I mean, their defensive line is decent.
The defensive line is where the Eagles' strength is.
Right. The defensive line is decent. The Cowboys' defensive line is decent as well. They have some veterans.
And they have a really good linebacking core.
Right, extremely good linebacking core, and the Washington Redskins. I mean, their freaking defense is Alabama. So all the players they have over there from Alabama. So, and Jayden Dawkins says Minkah Fitzpatrick is active, so that's going to be great.
I completely forgot that Minkah is on the Steelers. Yeah. I don't know why. Jesus Christ.
And is developing.
Bro, we're going to be running the ball a lot. We're going to be running the ball like Saquon's going to get the ball like 40 times on Monday, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this might be one of the games where Joe Judge was saying, there might be games where, we run the ball 40 times. Might be games where we run the ball 0, so.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh, yeah. Don't you mean the football team, bro? They're correcting you in the chat.
Yes, the Washington football team. Forgot.
The Washington football team, bro. Today when I was editing my picks video and I was putting in Washington's logo, I put in the Redskins logo and I was like, oh, wait, no, they changed it. I had to go and look up a Washington football team logo. It's literally just a W. I'm like, damn, they're not going to be seeing much of that except for on their logo, man.
Yeah. I mean, Washington's all screwed up, dude. Washington is all screwed up.
Tyler Haynes says prediction: Jabril Peppers has a Troy Polamalu type of field goal block against the Steelers. I would love that. I don't know if he's actually going to be on the field goal unit for special teams though, in terms of like field goal blocking unit. Do you think he's going to be on there? I don't think so. He's going to be on the return unit. I don't know about the blocking unit.
Well, yeah. If you're playing special teams, you'll probably be there somewhere. Yeah, they usually put the safety out there.
Shout out to John Doe in the chat, big Raptors fan. He says Raptors just forced a Game 7 off of a double overtime win. Kyle Lowry had 34. He carried us. That's crazy. Raptors are really trying to make this thing. People have been clowning the Raptors, but I don't know if you've been keeping up with the NBA Eastern Conference like that. Yeah. Absolutely clowning the Raptors, and they're forcing a Game 7.
Yeah, because they got blown out a lot, but especially against the Celtics.
What do you think about the Heat just destroying the Bucks?
Oh my god!
The Heat literally just. I don't care what anybody says. That's not a gentleman sweep. That's just a sweep, bro. That was a sweep.
Yeah, Giannis needs to leave.
Giannis is LeBron in 2010 right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of a sweep, and they won one game, but
that's why I'm like, I don't count it because that one game was like nobody counts that.
One game, Giannis left early.
Exactly. So I mean, Giannis is literally LeBron in 2010, bro. He's the same mindset right now.
You gotta take his talent to South Beach.
I mean, the team that beat him. I don't know.
You put a KD and a LeBron at the same time. Go to the team that beat you, and take South Beach. He's gonna be the mixture of LeBron.
I mean, I don't know if the Heat. I don't look into NBA cap spaces like that, but I've seen photoshops of him on the Heat. Of course, the biggest meme has been him going to the Warriors. That's been the biggest meme.
Yeah, but I mean, the Heat fans and Heat media always Photoshop every freaking player onto. I think they still do it to LeBron. I mean, Jesus, I mean, they do it.
Well, you don't need a Photoshop for that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even need to Photoshop that. But
yeah.
They
I mean, I've seen one about him going to the Magic, bro.
The Magic. Why would you want to go there? The hell do you want to do over there?
Yo, Mike has told me about this. He said to the Knicks. Mike has said because the Knicks have cap space. He was like Giannis to the Knicks.
As so long as Dolan is the owner, we're never going to get a big time free agent. We're never. When was the last time we got a big time free agent? Carmelo Anthony.
Hey! Carmelo Anthony is still a very good player. It's just that he was trash for us.
Listen, I said, when was the last time we got a big name player? Look how long
ago. 2010?
Yes, that was a long time ago. We're not.
Christ.
James Dolan, everybody hates him. Nobody wants to play for him. That's the only reason why we have rookies out there because they have no choice.
You remember that 2017 offseason where we got everybody that was good like in 2010? We got Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah.
I think that was 2016.
Was that 26? I don't even care, bro. The Knicks just made me sad.
Yeah, we had freaking Rose. We had Chaos when KP was drafted.
KP was still here, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's when he was drafted.
No, he was drafted in 2015, I think.
Okay. So KP was there, Derrick Rose was there.
Joakim Noah for some reason.
I like Joakim Noah, and then we had one more. With Carmelo.
We had another? Yeah, Carmelo was still there in 2015.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the super team.
Yeah.
The Knicks have a
Christ.
team. And you notice Derrick Rose played well with every team except the Knicks. When he got put with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he was playing great.
Yeah, he was good with the Timberwolves, but didn't he go to another team? No, he didn't play good with the Cavs. He was trash with the Cavs.
Okay, with the Cavs. Okay, but then now he's playing fantastic with the Pistons. Like, he's back. Like, freaking, like he's playing.
I'll say this. I feel like the Timberwolves fixed him because he was with Thibodeau and the Timberwolves for a while. I feel like the Timberwolves, they fixed him. He realized, like, all right, I'm basically an 18, 20-minute player now, and that's where I could do my damage.
Well, he should come back as, Thibodeau's back.
What?
Because Thibodeau's back, ain't he? Thibodeau's in
New York. To come back to the Knicks?
Well, listen, I'm down for anything right now, man.
You should just leave the stream.
I'm desperate. Rose comes have Thibodeau now, so
just leave the stream, bro.
No. If he fixed, don't try to say like my takes are worse than yours, okay?
This is definitely worse. You want Rose back? We already got enough point guard problems as it is.
I know. But listen, he's playing well with the Pistons right now, and he played well with the Timberwolves. So
you're saying that as though the Pistons and Timberwolves are not better teams than the Knicks, bro. They're better teams than the Knicks, which is sad to say in the Pistons case.
Yeah, that is. But who knows? And, I mean, Do you think whoever we draft is going to be any better?
I've seen people saying that we trade the 8th pick for Giannis since he becomes a free agent next offseason. They're like trade the 8th pick for him now.
Okay, so what are we gonna do when we have Giannis? What position is this team in to win anything with Giannis? Where are we gonna get close to the playoffs and just to get cut right before the end of the regular season? Huh? Is that what we want for Giannis?
Listen, man. RJ is the only player, him and Mitch Robinson, bro. RJ and Mitch for the future. That's all I could say.
I love Mitch. RJ took a little bit of time getting up to speed, but I like Mitch.
Who do you think is getting MVP for this season, NBA?
I don't know. A lot of people want LeBron to get it.
I don't even know who to go for because obviously now there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, Kawhi shouldn't get it. I'm pretty sure he was in the running for getting back-to-back. Not Kawhi, I mean Giannis. I'm pretty sure he was in the running for getting back-to-back.
These playoffs don't really count towards the MVP, so whatever happens in this playoffs shouldn't be, looked at.
Well, yeah, that's evident because of 2018. If the playoffs counted, then Braun would have gotten the 2018 MVP.
Yeah. It's a regular season award.
Yeah. And then there's are they like doing the two things as two separate seasons, or are they still considering it one season for the MVP? Because I heard stuff saying like Damian Lillard was the official bubble MVP or something like that.
Oh, well, I don't know if that's a fake term. I think that's probably a made up term, the bubble MVP, just because the times we're in right now. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Jen Dawkins says Knicks can trade me for a pair of Nike shoes. And we had a question up here. I'm trying to find it. They were like, who are 7 wins coming up against? For some reason, I can't find it. I know I said the Giants are going 7-9. Well, how many did you say they're going?
Yeah, I said 7-9 as well.
What's your 7 wins against? Now that we're basically a week.
Yeah, the 7 wins. I know I had an upset win that I probably can't remember now that I'm thinking about it, but I know I had us sweeping Washington. I had us splitting with both other NFC East opponents with Philly and Dallas.
That's 4 wins right there.
4 wins right there. I believe I had us beating Chicago. That's 5 wins. Where are other 2 coming from? I'm just trying to remember who we're playing. I think I had us beating the Browns and the Bengals.
So that's 7 right there.
Yeah. I don't have us beating the Cardinals though. I know a lot of people have us beating the Cardinals, but I don't.
So yeah, that would be my 7 wins as well. But I will say don't count out a possible win against the Cardinals and don't count out a possible win against the Bucks. I think for some reason
we'll see week 1. We'll see week 1, and I'm excited because I'm actually going to my friend's barbecue on Sunday because he's a huge Bucks fan. So we're gonna see firsthand how good these new Bucks are, man. Because this is a totally different new Bucks team, man.
What are you expecting for the Bucks week 1? They're going up against the Saints.
Well, they play strong against the Saints every year. I mean, last year I believe they beat them.
They're division opponents. Yeah.
Yeah, they freaking smoke them in the beginning of the year, and they always play well the first time they play. I love watching the Bucks and Saints play every year. So that's one of the games to watch right there. That might be one of the big games to watch is Tom Brady going against Drew Brees. Prediction. Just a little spoiler alert. I have my paper here. I have the Saints winning, but I have the Bucks covering the spread. A 3.5 point spread. I have it like 38-35.
Ooh, that's high scoring.
Oh yeah, last year was 48 to 40. I mean,
listen, I said this in my prediction video. I'm like, I'm not even sure if they're going to be high scoring because Winston was a good reason for that being high scoring, even though he threw just as many picks as touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that he could move the ball really, really well.
Yeah.
And
don't be surprised, man. I would love to see week 1. I'm not wishing anything bad on Drew Brees, but if he plays terribly, I want to see Jameis Winston going against the Bucs.
You want to see Jameis Winston? Yo, I'm telling you, we could probably see that in the second matchup. I think we might see that I don't know. When do they play again? Hold up. Let me look that up. When is the second matchup? Because if it's late enough in the season, I can't believe I'm looking up the Saints 2020 schedule. If it's late enough in the season, they might just put Jameis out there, bro, and be like, yo, go play your team again. Okay, so they play again this is week 8, I think. All right, so it's literally halfway through. That's kind of a disappointment. Yeah, that's kind of a disappointment.
When did week 8, you said?
Week 8, yeah. If they were playing like around week 14, last week of the season, week 16, 17 type thing, I could definitely see them.
Brees hurt his thumb last year?
That was like week 5.
So Drew Brees has been not very Iron Man like lately. You know, he's been going down with some injuries. So I'm not wishing. I love watching Drew Brees, one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. But I think it's a big possibility Drew Brees does get hurt or something happens or he doesn't play well, because a lot of people are saying that he doesn't have a great arm anymore. He can't throw very far anymore. They might want to see what they have in Jameis Winston, just because they might not have to go out and draft the quarterback since they're always drafting high anyway. They're always drafting at the late first round anyway. So they might want to see what they have in Jameis Winston. We might see Winston early. You know, hopefully we see in week 8. That would be the perfect time to see Winston. But yeah, I want to see that this year. I definitely want to see that because.
What do you think? What are you thinking for Fournette?
Huh?
What are you thinking for Fournette on the Bucks?
I love it. Well, it's complicated because Leonard Fournette, who knows if he's going to stay healthy the whole season. He's not he's not a guy that stays healthy all season, and he's not one that stays consistent either. So I'm just hoping that now that he's with a better team, that he will play up to the talent around him, because there's a lot of talent around him. The offensive line isn't great. Donovan Smith's still there at left tackle. They're starting Tristan Wirfs at right. Their interior is okay. Ali Marpet's in there.
Yeah, hold up. Tristan Wirfs at right. I think Cam Jordan is about to destroy this man, bro.
Cam Jordan, possibly. Who knows?
Cam Jordan just might destroy Tristan Wirfs' career before it even begins.
Well, listen, Steelers fans are saying that about us.
Listen, Tristan Wirfs, Andrew Thomas is another plane of existence from Tristan Wirfs, okay? Tristan Wirfs is like 2 levels below Thomas. I think we can both agree on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially going up against a guy like Tristan Wirfs is a small left tackle, or just a small offensive tackle in general. Cam Hayward is a big defensive end. That's going to be really tough. Yeah. At least TJ Watt is big as well, don't get me wrong, but he's an outside linebacker. You know, in terms of power and whatnot, I think Thomas should be fine. Well, we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know how. I just don't know how he's going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Mike, I don't know yet. Maybe if I do it, I'm honestly probably going to play like some 2K after this. Relax a little bit because I haven't had any time to play 2K in a while. Shout out to John Doe coming back with the information. He says that Giannis won. Did they announce it officially? I know he got Defensive Player of the Year, but he also won MVP. Did they announce it? Let me look that up.
I guess so.
NBA 2020 MVP. Yes, sir. It is Giannis. Wow. When did they announce this?
I think it was a couple days ago. I think it was a meme.
What?
I only saw it as a meme, probably. In 56 days, do you think Parrott earns the right tackle position? 56 days, Nathan Poland? Are you counting down to something?
That's 2 months?
Man, beats me. I'm not a freaking...
Yeah, that's 2 months. So that's halfway through the season. That's like... That's week 8.
Yes. My answer is yes. Matt Parrott will be starting. And listen, I hope now, and I'm talking to you too, Hub. I hope now you guys are realizing the reality of Matt Parrott starting sooner than later, because you guys are already worried about Cam Fleming versus TJ Watt. I
was always worried about Cam Fleming versus TJ.
Yeah, but you guys are thinking that we're not gonna see Matt Parrott very soon.
Why? Do you know why I'm thinking that, KB? Because I would be even more worried if it was Matt Parrott versus TJ Watt.
Honestly,
I would be more worried.
Honestly, I would be more worried if he started day one as well. But if Matt Parrott gets some time to develop, just a little bit of time, half a season to develop, I think off the gate he's more talented and will be better than Fleming.
I mean, my prediction was he starts in the last quarter of the season. I don't know about half, but like definitely the last 4 games he's going to be in there.
Games, man. No, I'd say half. I say half.
Half is very big.
All right. Just think about how worried you are right now about Cam Fleming, right? Do you want to be worried about that for another 11 weeks?
I mean, well, he's not going up against a TJ Watt for another 11 weeks.
For the first, dude, look at the matchups. Look at the schedule.
Yeah, the first 6, but we already acknowledged that. The first 6 is going to be terrible for whoever's starting at right tackle.
Right.
To be honest with you. So you can't bring that up because we agreed on that.
But you don't think the Giants are thinking that as well and saying, damn, Cam Fleming's getting beat all the time. Do we still keep him in?
Matt Hurt is going to get destroyed the first
Yeah, but he's a rookie. You at least see what you have in him. Cam Fleming isn't the future.
I'm not saying we're not going to see what we have. The last 4 games is a lot of time, bro. He's going to get in there. He's going to do good.
I don't know. If I keep seeing Cam Fleming out here getting bulldozed, I'm going to be looking at
What are you going to do if Cam Fleming becomes Nick Gates and actually does really well?
If he does really well, then he does really well. That's fine. But the same way we're worried right now about Cam Fleming and TJ Watt, don't trust me. The Giants are probably worried as well. The Giants are probably worried what the hell is going to happen with that right side.
Speaking of Nick Gates, Nerding Out Sports with a very good comment here. He says, Giants are going to clone him, and he'll start at both center and right tackle. What do you think about that idea?
No. Dear God, no. You guys know how I feel about him at right tackle. If you clone him and start him at right tackle, we're screwed.
Bro, why not just start him at all 5 positions?
No, at the set. No. Because the tackle spots would be garbage, man. We'll get bulldozed.
What are you talking about? Nick Gates is a god.
Oh God, oh, my Lord.
Man's a god, bro. You need to check out this YouTuber. You need to check out this YouTuber. His name is BBS. He made a great breakdown of Nick Gates, this offensive lineman, bro.
The breakdown show that he sucks at tackle.
And listen, man, this man at all 5 positions is basically a god. Okay, that's what I took away from that breakdown video.
Let me tell you, I like me some Nick Gates at center. I like me some Nick Gates at guard. But if you tell me, hey, Nick Gates has a possibility of starting at right tackle because Cam Fleming's no, leave Cam Fleming in. Leave him in there. Leave him in there. Because Cam Fleming could actually kick slide. Your boy Nick Gates
boy.
I see. Yeah, your boy Nick.
My boy. Hold on. Let's take ourselves out of the joke for a second.
You just said you want him starting.
I said let's take ourselves out of the joke for a second, right?
Okay.
I've never claimed Nick Gates as my boy. All right, you've claimed him as your boy recently, though.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Dollar Beer says BBS, is Jerry gonna resign? Yo, nah, he got franchise tagged, bro, for like the 3rd year in a row. It's not actually 3. I think it's like 2 years in a row now they franchise tagged Dak. Dak is not going back to the Cowboys next year. I don't see why he would. As you know, as a quarterback, I would take that as disrespect, franchise tagging me 2 years in a row. But it is what it is. Shout out to Harrison Jolly in the chat as well.
I heard that there's some conflicts going between those two. Like there's some I've watched some Cowboys YouTubers. I haven't watched their videos on it, but I've seen their titles that Dak took some shots at Jerry or something like that.
Bro, I've been saying since they franchise tagged him for the 2nd year in a row that he's not going back, because I would take just the franchise tag as disrespect. 1 year, fine. 2 years in a row, that's disrespect.
No, but I think that's the first year he got franchised.
He got franchise tagged last year as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's 2 years in a row. Don't remember the contract talks last year, $35 million a year, didn't go through. They tagged him. This year again, same thing. Didn't go through. They tagged him.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, listen, Dak Prescott's retarded. All right, he's stupid.
He could have been the highest paid quarterback.
Yes, I cannot name, well, not anymore. Ever since Patrick Mahomes got his contract, he wasn't going to make anything bigger than that, or Deshaun. But the fact nobody can name a better team that Dak Prescott's probably should be with. Like, there's no team that actually desperately needs a quarterback that Dak Prescott is better off with, right? Unless he's really chasing the money. The Cowboys are the best team for Dak Prescott.
What about the Bears? I feel like Dak on the Bears would be good.
I don't think so, because I feel like the Bears, they don't have a strong running game. They don't have a strong offensive line. Dak Prescott needs time to throw, and he needs a running game. He needs somebody to release stress to. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. You know who you just described?
Who?
The Titans.
The Titans, yeah, that's a really good team because they have a good wide receiving core as well.
And he would be an upgrade from Tannehill.
Yeah.
Yo,
the Titans
next year?
Yes. That's actually a huge. Hey.
Back to the Titans next year, bro.
And it's somewhat close to home. He's coming from Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Down to Tennessee.
Dak, holy Jesus. I don't know why I never thought about that before. When you said strong defense. Yeah. When you said strong defense and strong running game, I was like, and good offensive line. Right. And he has receiving weapons with AJ Brown and oh my God, I'm forgetting the other dude's name, which is putting down my opinion, but you guys know what I mean.
Corey.
Corey something.
The first round bust. The first round bust. Corey, whatever.
But he's a good number 2. Titans, bro. Tannehill, I mean, if they can upgrade from Tannehill to Dak, I'm sure they'll happily let Tannehill go or put him in the number 2 spot, yo. Nerding Out says the biggest bold prediction for week 1. For example, Bradbury 2 picks. So in that case, my biggest bold prediction for week 1 is that 3 players on the Giants are going to get sacks. I don't know how many, but these 3 players are going to get sacks. Marcus Golden, Lorenzo Carter, and Leonard Williams. If Leonard Williams can't get a sack, I said this earlier, on a dude named Matt Feller, who was a backup tackle last year and is now playing starting left guard, he needs to be cut. But I guess that's my bold prediction for week 1. What about you?
Bold predictions for week 1. And he said Bradbury 2 picks. I guess I'm assuming that's Harrison Jolly's bold prediction since he used that as an example.
Yeah.
I thought something vibrating. What the heck? I think it's my okay. Let's see. Bold prediction. I want to really get really good with this one.
A really good one. All right. Are you going offense or defense?
I'm going to defense.
All right. So give you a little bit more time to think. Okay. Since I gave my defense, let me give my offense, and then let's give you some more time to think about that. Okay. So to restate, my defensive one was 3 players in the Giants are going to get sacks: Marcus Golden, Lorenzo Carter, and Leonard Williams. That's my bold prediction. Now on offense, I don't even know if it's a bold prediction, but I think Saquon's going to get like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns at the least. What about you?
Okay, so here's my bold prediction. All right. I say the defense gets a total of 6 sacks. We start off the year with 6 sacks on defense. And you know what?
Do you know how elite that is if we get 6 sacks?
Yes. And you know what? You know what's even more of a bold prediction? Well, not really bold, but it's a little peculiar, irregular. Most of the sacks, I'm not going to get specific because I don't want to ruin the mojo here, but most of the sacks, half, if not more, are going to come from the interior line, not the edge rushers.
I would agree with that, yeah, because the inside of the Steelers' offensive line is weak.
We may get a linebacker sack. Who knows? But it's going to come from there. And I want to say one of our young corners gets a pick. And I want to say
Darnay. It's Darnay.
Darnay. I can't say Valentine. So Darnay. So Darnay gets a pick. And our defense gets 6 sacks.
Bro, if your bold predictions come through, then this prediction is coming through.
Big Ben is
Giants 24, Steelers 13, bro.
I'm telling you right now. You heard it here first on the Young Guns podcast.
Episode 16.
Episode 16 on the Hubs channel.
At the 1 hour, 21 minute mark, basically 22-minute mark.
Yes. You heard it here first. If the Giants pull this off, I am going to make the biggest freaking celebratory video ever, bro.
I think we've all been saying that.
I'm going to run around in circles because
let me tell you, tears of happiness.
Let me tell you, the last time. When was the last time? First of all, the Giants haven't won a Week 1 game since 2016. Other than that, it's been like since 2010 or something like that, or whatever. Okay, the last time that happened was in 2016. That year, we made the playoffs. Now, say what you want. It was a fluke year, but guess what? We still made the playoffs. The Giants don't win Week 1 games. The fact that if we do win a Week 1 game, we would have a step up in this season than we've had in every other season besides 2016.
Bro, like I said at the beginning, this Week 1 is exactly like 2018 Week 1. We win this, it's going to give us so much momentum for the rest of the season. Just this one win.
Yeah,
this one win is going to propel us so forward.
Yes, that's why I'm saying I love the fact that we're facing the Steelers now and then facing the Chicago Bears. I don't want to face the Chicago Bears, then face the Steelers, even though people might say, "Oh, but you get to warm up to." No, I want the tough competition because if somehow, some way we come out with a win, I have no doubt we're beating Chicago.
Listen, bro, and I know home field advantage ain't really a thing anymore because there's no crowds. But guess what? It's still going to affect the Steelers because they're traveling to us. They're getting on a plane. They're coming over to MetLife. They're performing under a stadium, which they are not familiar with. So at least that's still going to play a part. All right? It's going to be Monday night as well. Listen, I'm not trying to spoil my preview video, but...
yeah, that's why I'm not trying to say too much. I'm not trying to say too much.
Listen, man. Come on now. Come on now. Nikki with a question. Shout out to Nikki, one of my members. By the way, any members, join the channel if you're not a member, by the way. Be a team player, $1.99 a month. You get early access to videos right now. My third skit, actually, I already put out two. My third skit and the first one for the NFL season, Giants fans before week 1, that's the title, is out for members right now. Nikki says, contract prediction for Daniel Jones. I mean, DJ, listen, I don't want to think about a contract prediction for him because that's going to be, Jesus Christ. If we're going to assume that it continues growing, that's going to be like a $50 million a year contract. Yeah. Probably more.
Mm-hmm.
What do you even have to say to this?
I'm not looking forward to contract talks with DJ. We've had this conversation before. DJ really hasn't shown me a lot before I even want to pay him over $40 million. What's been the talk ever since Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson have gotten signed? How is this team going to pay for any other players? Right? Yes.
How are the Ravens going to pay Lamar Jackson, bro?
Exactly. Listen. Yes, I get it. These guys, basically because of market value, they're worth that money, right? It's fine. But at the same time, the teams are going to be screwed. And, especially with this COVID situation, I could understand. I would probably be more on board if the NFL was continuously making money and making more profit, especially with, adding the extra.
Well, I don't know if it was confirmed, but I'm like 99% sure that they've kind of said that it's definitely going to drop next year, the salary cap, because they're borrowing from next year for this year's salary cap.
They're doing what?
They're borrowing from next year and future salary caps for this year's salary cap.
Oh, okay. Well, that means next year it's going to suck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Next year is going to take a dip.
It's going to be sucks. Oh, God.
Bold prediction. The Hub will name his top 5 NHL players. Here's the thing, Caden. I don't really be watching hockey, so I know literally 0 NHL players.
Yeah,
I don't know about Kidblue.
I can't name you one.
Abed says makes sense because of Rona. Shout out to Abed, up and coming rapper. Go check his music out at Abed __II on IG. Check out Cookies, a single. I don't know if you listen to rap like that, Kidblue, but you should check out this dude's music.
Abed?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like under the same marketing agency, or I guess you could call it, as I am. Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Toast says, in that skit, I want to be the eyed guy. Well, I'll tell you this. Abed was in the last skit, actually, Toast. And Mike says, can you read my last comment? Bold prediction here, KB. Saquon goes for 200 yards, 95 yards receiving, 4 total touchdowns. That's a little bold.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little too bold.
100 yards on the Steelers, I don't see it. Especially
that's a little too bold.
I don't see it. Maybe if you say 200 total yards and take out the 95 yards receiving, just 200 total yards, I'd probably be on board with that. But he said bold. He said bold though. It's not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be bold. Bold.
I mean, my bold one was 150 rushing. I would assume 50 receiving, so that's 200 total.
So bold is like stretching the limits of reality. So I mean, it's not totally out of reality. Like we've seen crazier things happen. So I guess I'd probably say 200 total yards and 4 touchdowns. I'd probably say that. But hey, it's bold.
That's basically that. Yeah, that's 300 yards, man. That's basically 300 yards. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of a lot.
Actually, that like bursts that out of reality.
That automatically puts him at like the number 1 player in the NFL after week 1, bro. In terms of stats, not name a quarterback, or actually pass the quarterback. Because some quarterbacks, no quarterback I'm expecting to throw for 300 yards week 1, except for probably Mahomes and Watson.
Yeah.
So KB, before we end it off here, because we got about 2 minutes. We want to announce to the people that we are going to be calling NFL games this year.
Yes. Especially Monday night, man.
Which means Monday night, we're going to be calling Giants versus Steelers.
Yes, Monday night, Giants versus Steelers is going to be awesome. Make sure you guys tune in. We're going to be live. We're going to start the live a little bit before the game starts, probably like a good 20 minutes before the game starts, and have a little pregame. But yeah, you guys are going to be along with us. We're going to be calling the game. Hub is gonna be our color commentator. I'll be our play-by-play, and yeah, it's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be week by week because I mean, do we have? I don't think we have a Thursday night game this year. I think we have 2 Monday night games and then the rest of it are Sunday nights.
Thursday is my favorite.
I love that because that means I could actually call every single game. If there was one Thursday night game, I would have to miss that. But Sundays and Mondays, 100%, we can get that, bro. So guys, don't forget, tune in Monday. Well, Mike says on whose channel, bro?
It's gonna be on mine at first, and then we can fluctuate.
Heard. There you go, bro. So next week is gonna be on KB's, then we'll fluctuate. Next week, the Young Guns is also on KB's, by the way. Oh, I have to reschedule my Madden stream then. I do Madden streams on Mondays. Guys, my Madden stream is gonna be rescheduled for like Thursday or Tuesday or something. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get it done somehow. And here's the thing: are you gonna be free? No, you're going to your friend's party tomorrow. Damn. I was probably thinking about calling the Chiefs and Texans game tomorrow. Probably hit up PTA about that. If you were free, that would have been cool.
Yeah, the party I'm going to is on Sunday because that's when the Bucks played.
So if you're free tomorrow, you down?
Yeah. I'll hopefully I am. Let's see, because Thursday I have to do a meeting at 7:30, but I should be able to make it with you. The game officially starts like 8:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see.
Guys, listen.
Posted.
He'll keep. If anything, we'll have PTA in here, and best case scenario it would be the three of us, and the three of us with PTA is probably gonna be some entertaining stuff.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
So tune in again tomorrow night. First game of the NFL season. KB better pull up. You guys better peer pressure him to pull up to get out that meeting quickly so he could get in here. That's gonna be it for tonight's episode, guys. 1.5 hours, the usual length. I just want to say one last time. If I turn around, can you see it? You can barely see it.
Hey, nice. Guys, got some merch.
I extended the promo that I have going on right now for free shipping. That was supposed to end this Friday. It's gonna end next Friday. I'm gonna type the code in the chat right now. You're with 4 R's. Get your merch. Support your boy. Use that code for free shipping. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Abed, Toast, Mike Nixon, Edward Shan, Evets, everybody in here. And of course, shout out to KB. Any last words, bro? Hopefully you're gonna be available tomorrow is my last words.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be available tomorrow. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for joining in. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be my week 1 picks are gonna be up soon. Make sure you guys thumbs up the stream. And yeah, football is here, guys. Tomorrow is here, baby.
Exactly. Peace, guys.